Has anybody ever, and you're the perfect person to ask this, as the Hall of Fame boxing analyst, has anybody ever eaten lightning and crap thunder in real life? Al Bernstein.
Not to the best of my knowledge, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to investigate that for you. And
Look into it.
The next time I'm back on, I'll give you a full report on that.
Is that what Wilder was telling Fury at the weigh-in that went a little sideways? Yes. That's what he's eating and crapping, basically.
Yeah. So that was, That's
what that was about.
They're colorful.
This was something else, this weigh-in. Give me the last heavyweight fight that you think has had this sort of buzz, this sort of excitement.
In the United States, the last one that was Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson in the United States.
That's been a long time out.
And boxing, while it's had a bit of a renaissance in the last 4 or 5 years, the heavyweight division has not gotten involved in that. And in America, we like big things, right? Yeah. We like heavyweights.
Trucks,
cars,
buildings.
Anything that's large we like. So we like heavyweights. And the heavyweight division has begun to really, create some excitement and some interest in the last couple of years. And so this is kind of the next logical extension of that, with Tyson Fury coming over from across the pond. A fighter that the casual boxing fan knows who he is because he beat Vladimir Klitschko for the lineal title.
In front of like 100,000 people, right?
Yes, and with this, plus all the excitement that Anthony Joshua is creating, we were there to do his several of his fights in front of 90,000 people in Wembley Stadium. I mean, it's extraordinary. It's created stirring in the heavyweight division. So this one, they are hoping, number one, it helps put Deontay Wilder on the map to the casual boxing fan and helps the sport.
That's why you think this has caught some eyeballs and buzz that the heavyweight division has not in quite some time?
Yeah, I think this kind of is a part of the reawakening of the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder had a great fight earlier this past year against Luis Ortiz at the Barclays Center. They filled up the Barclays Center, essentially. We had well over 1 million viewers on Showtime, and it was a really important fight and exciting. Deontay Wilder tested in that fight, almost out on his feet, but came back to win. That was kind of the setup, the hors d'oeuvre, if you will, for this, which they're hoping will be playing out on an international stage.
Al Bernstein here on the Rich Eisen Show. So play out for me how you see this one going.
It's interesting. The conventional wisdom is that Deontay Wilder, who has huge power in his right hand, is an unconventional fighter, but when he lands that right hand, wow, people go down. He'll be looking to land that punch and land power punches. Tyson Fury, who is coming back off, has only had 2 fights since his long layoff due to mental illness and drug problems. He's hoping to decompress every round, win round by round, and at the end of the day, get his hand raised with a 12-round decision.
6'9", 257 pounds.
And by the way,
that's absurd.
Yeah, and by the way, he's the first fighter that Wilder has fought who's taller than Wilder, who's 6'7".
6'7".
Yeah. So that's an interesting. That's a stat that I think could play an important role in this fight.
Plus, they're in their 30s, so these are grown-ass men.
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
in the ring too.
Yeah, and it's fascinating. And the part about it is, we have these 2 men, very different from different places in the world, both with outsized personalities, but different styles in the ring. So it kind of creates this, I think, an interesting kind of tension for this fight.
Interesting. And you said Lewis Tyson. That's the last
probably
time.
In America.
In America,
yeah. Probably the last one that created this kind of interest.
Go ahead and ask him a question you just got in my ear. Go for it.
I know you said Fury is hoping for a 12-round decision, but do you see this fight going the distance?
Tyson Fury would like it to go 12. And the question is, does he, with the 2 fights back against very mediocre opposition, was that enough for Tyson Fury to get himself back to fight Deontay Wilder? The Wilder folks, and Wilder is the favorite in the fight, would tell you the fight's going to end earlier. Now, don't discount the idea. Tyson Fury is going to try and make Wilder fall into traps. He'll try and make him overextend, try and make him do things, rush things, lunge. And Tyson Fury has some pop in his punch. So we have seen Wilder get shook up as he was against Luis Ortiz. So don't rule out the possibility that Fury could hurt him.
Now, that was an excellent question that yielded a well-postulated nuanced response from Hall of Fame boxing analyst Al Bernstein.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.